like. You know, but I recognize the situation in hand. And the situation in hand is basically this. You know, hacking random websites, you know, like ethelsflowershop.com and defacing it with, you know, op fucking blackout or something, that it's not really going to have that much of a profound impact. These guys, you know, the guys that really run the show are just, you know, the banksters, people with the money. It's as simple as that. Like, people with the money run the show. It's not me. I don't run the show. You know, the guy that runs your grocery store doesn't run the show. I'm not talking about those guys. I'm talking about the billion and up club. You know, the multi-billionaires. And it's those people that you gotta focus on. You know, you gotta make them understand what you understand somehow. And like, you know, hacking Barney's, you know, flowershop.com is not going to do that. I mean, if you're talking about a random burner box to proxy through, sure. But, I mean, I don't know. It's interesting. Very, very interesting. Gatsby's still around, you know. He's not going anywhere. He's, you know, on IRC. He's on the internet right now. We have legal means of doing that, essentially. We did what we needed to do to gather a little bit of information, and we got the information we needed. Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's just a matter of, you know, submitting a subpoena. We get a response to that subpoena within 10, 15 minutes. We're in. Full logs. You have logs stored for a month, it doesn't matter. We get logs from the centralized server, unencrypted, since account creation, all the other variables that were stored in the account during the account creation process. Skype employs different cryptographic algorithms during its communication process, like RC4 and other weak algorithms like that. It doesn't matter. The data is unencrypted. You know, it's just a matter of initiating that legal process, getting that legal ball rolling, and then getting the data we need. And I am allowed to disclose that, so don't think this is like some... I'm not gonna be able to disclose that to you right now. I'll just, as I said, you know, just watch out. It's as simple as that. I mean, I understand you're very passionate, you know, got a lot of conviction and passion for your views. And, you know, even to some degree, I might even say that, you know, I could respect some of them. The thing is, though, is it worth it? Is it worth ending up in prison for the rest of your life because you decided to go and involve yourself in a movement where, you know, there's other people that are just, they don't really care about you in the end. You know, you should do something constructive, man. Like join the Republican youth, you know, instead of spreading your word through hacking and destructive means. You know, sometimes you do need to be a little destructive. Okay, I understand that, but being purely destructive to everything around you, like that's that's just silly, man. Flat out, it's only going to end you in one place. You know, being destructive is a part of growing up. You know, we all go through teenage like angst and rebellion and disassociation from society and stuff like that. I mean, I was 15 years old once. I know what it feels like. You know, that's how I got into my job. You know, I used to do the whole denial of service thing when I was 12. You know, grew up, 13 years old, got in trouble for hacking a couple of random websites. You know, and eventually just realized how much trouble I could have been in if I were an adult, and moved on from that kind of behavior. I mean, I agree with everything around me, but I understand that I can't. You really just can't control it, man. The world evolves and changes when it's ready to evolve and change. You know, going outside and blowing stuff up, or joining hacking groups, or doing these destructive things, it's not necessarily going to speed that process along. In fact, it might even be detrimental to it. You know? I mean, damn, dude, if you want to get started on changing the world, you got a lot of work to do. Like religion, for example. You know, even if you get rid of the government, there's the whole religion issue. You know? Countries and people, you know, killing each other over gods. You know, whose god has the bigger dick? You know, my god does. My god does. Let's kill one another. That's not going to change. Ultimately, like it's funny, like because I see a lot of these movements and they're fighting against global imperialism. You know, the New World Order, the Illuminati, these groups and these ideas of a one world government without et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know, but what they don't realize is that might ultimately be the only way that society is going to be able to function in the end, is a one world government, and I think that is the inevitability. Like a one world government system without religion, without countries, without, you know, identity. You know, that would be the real actual anonymous, not this. Right, but do you think that that's a bad thing? Why? I'm asking you to give me a reason. Give me one reason. So are you pro eugenics? Like, I mean, do you believe in eugenics? Well, dude, let me. Okay, check it out. Who is they? First off, who is they? Who is when you're saying they? Who are you referring to? Okay, well, all right. So you're talking about sort of how the different banking institutions and banking cartels have a obvious, you know, economic influence over the military industrial complex and the mainstream media and, you know, local businesses and stuff. They completely, you know, dominate them. Local banks completely, you know, control them. But yeah, okay. So here's what I think. Ultimately, and this is just my opinion, you know, and you can voice yours. I think that I mean, I don't know what your idea of society would be like. I can only imagine based on what you said that you expect society to be like sort of resource driven and everything should be handed to you, you know, like communistic, like a communistic like society. It kind of sounds like that's what you're for. And I understand. No, no, it's okay. Just hold on. Let me finish, man, and then I'll let you. You can say whatever you want. You can tell me how much you hate me. Listen, it sounds like you're a communist, and you're talking about a communistic society. Okay, now imagine that. Hold on, wait. Let me ask you a question. Okay, well, imagine a society that was based on the